Alright guys, this was a bit of work. This thing is like super low right here. I couldn't get the jack under. The car was like almost touching the ground. So what I did was, since I don't have another one of those, I used like the one that came with the car. I kind of lifted up this side, lift it up a little, then put that one under the control arm so it can hold the car a little bit higher so I can lift the front. And now I'm out of breath because I don't know why. I'm fat. Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna take the lug nuts off. I got this, guys. I got this the other day specifically for this. It's the Ryobi. It's like it has a lot of power. So it's pretty good. It's on 2 right now. So we're gonna put it. This has like an auto mode where once the lug nuts start moving or whatever bolt, it'll stop by itself, so it won't keep spinning and like take it out. So I mean, that's what I got, and it works pretty good. See, it's off. I had one before, and the one I had before sucked. It was like the cheap one, the electric one. It couldn't take off my lug nuts, but this one can. No problem. Your love is rated X. That means you're extraordinary. This is the first nut or first bolt, whatever you call it. I keep forgetting. I keep mixing them up. This is the first one you're gonna take off. There's one here, right? And the other one down there. I took the caliper away. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere right now. So I greased up the bolts already. I got these. As you guys can see, there's like no plate here, so it's gonna make our job a lot easier. All right, guys. Another thing, remember, so this one and the back one, it has to face up. That's when you bleed it. If it's facing down, you put it on backwards. Just remember that. So right now it's on. Everything is good. Now we gotta tighten it. And no shield, so even better. We don't gotta be bending anything. So we're almost done. This is the last one. After that, we're gonna connect the lines. And after we connect the lines, we gotta bleed the brakes and put the brake pads and the brake pins and the brake everything. And god damn it, I thought we were gonna be done. So I'm gonna show you guys why I like to do my own work on my car. Right? This wasn't like that. They zip tied this. Like, they zip tied my brake line to this. Like, yeah, I understand what I did to the other side with duct tape, but that's me, and I knew what I did. I didn't know they lost the other pin to here, so now I gotta get another one. But there's the thing, you take it to shops, and then they be doing shit like this. Like, they be zip tying your brake line instead of actually saving the part that goes here and putting it on. Just like the shield on the other side. That's why I'd rather change my brakes myself, even if it takes me 3 years. Well, nah, I'm over exaggerating, but it's shit like this, bro. Like, for real. So I can put it on the floor and it's not even tugging on it. It's just sitting there. I could do this with the gun, but this is so tight, I don't want it messing up the thread, so I'm just doing it manually. And just like that, it's on. It's a bit dirty. Yeah, I gotta clean it, like the inside, whatever. Because we're gonna start connecting the lines. We are gonna take off the line right here. So this is a 10mm. You want to use one of these. Right now what we're gonna do is we're taking this little thingy off. The little clip, that's what we're taking off. Alright guys, so it's 6 a.m. the next day. Trying to start early. We still haven't gotten this. I did put some WD-40 on these to see if it will help it out. Alright guys, success. Let me show you real quick. So it actually moves now. You guys can see. What I used to take it off was these vice wrenches. I think that's what they call the vice wrench. So if you don't know what this is, pretty much you tighten it, bam, and you just like press it with all your power and just clamp it, and it will stay there. It's pretty much like a claw, and it will just grab and it will not let go. And it will not let go. But we gotta do it quick because right now you can see it's dripping. So let's start. Let's get it. All we really gotta do is, I'm gonna see if I show you another side, but all we gotta do is take off the cap, put the other one on real quick before the brake fluid comes out, and we should be good. We got the first one on. Hopefully we're not leaking anything. I already cleaned it to see if we are. I forgot. Tighten this first. I forgot to tighten this and it was leaking out of here. But yeah. There's all we got. I mean, there's all we lost. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. Caliper. Damn, we are official, guys. So first, tighten this. The one in the brake caliper. You want to tighten it with a 14 millimeter. Hold it. Don't let it move too much. You gotta tighten it that way. When you put the brake line, fluid starts going through it. It doesn't start dripping. Damn, this side is even more uncomfortable than the other one. Alright, so it's kind of tight. Now this is the 10 millimeter, so hopefully you guys can see. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Just like that. Reason why I left this pin here, because this holds it in place, and it like makes it stable that way. Because in the first one, I removed it first, and then the line started moving, so that was a problem. I had an issue. So all right, the fluid started coming out. All right, and just like that, it's out. Now be careful because you are starting to drip brake fluid. Take this one. Put the new one on and start screwing it on. It's slippery. Wipe it down. Take all the liquid off. So far so good. Brakes are on, lines are on. These are the brake pads that I went with. R1 Concept, Optimum, OEP series. So that's what they recommended, and that's what I went with. Yep, this is what it is. Pretty simple. We're gonna start with this one first. All right, so this is what the brakes came with, the calipers with this. Two pins and two of these. So my R1 Performance ceramic brake pads. Hopefully these are true ceramics that do not throw dust, because I got nice wheels and I don't want dust on my nice wheels. So if it sticks out, just don't worry. Either fix the brakes and just kind of mess with it until it goes in. There you go. And guys, be very careful if you paint the brakes, because it will get scratched no matter what. Either with this, with the pins, with whatever. Oh, my glove got caught. Really? Just like that. Simple job. Now get your guide pin, and it goes from the inside this way. Oh, and also before, it has a screw, because then you have to put this thing in here, right? But don't worry, because once you put it in, it's gonna be hard to like move it around. It does have this little star, and you can just like twist it to find the hole to put it in. I'll show you. All right, just like that. So like I said, you get a screwdriver, and you see how that, you can just turn it. Just turn it. There you go. Same thing with the bottom. You turn it. There you go. These little thingies through. So push it in. There you go. Push it. Let's push a little more. But yeah, you get the point. But that's how you do it. Just as we're doing the brakes, FedEx. Finishing that up, FedEx came, dropped off my next mod. Now let's put it together next to the other mod that's right next to it. So we got 1, 2, and then we got another one inside. Now let's do this brake. Oh, and I forgot to mention, they do come with like this metal shim or whatever, metal piece in the back, so when it touches the piston, the whatever's touching it is the metal. So that's pretty cool. Well, this one's a bit more loose. It even looks backwards, you know, than the other one. And look how easy this is. Like, it's just gliding in. You level it up, and it's in. Same thing with, well, this one's a little harder, but look at this. I mean, this is not moving anymore. I mean, just here, but that's because this is loose. But that's crazy how easy that was. So I had to tighten this. Messed up my paint. But I had to tighten this. It was leaking, I don't know for how long, but it was leaking brake fluid, and it just started eating the paint. Either way, we're gonna change the paint, but yeah, that's what happened. So we're almost done, guys. So far we didn't do anything, and that's empty. Like, we just put in the calipers, the lines and everything, and it took out a lot of the fluid from here. So thank God I checked, because it cannot be this empty. We are going to fill it. So for now, since, you know, there's not a track car or anything, we're using Valvoline synthetic .3 and 4 brake fluid. So it works for this car. I got 2 bottles of these just in case we need extra. So I'm going to do is get a funnel. So I'm going to be using the funnel. You're going to put it in here, and then you take your brake fluid and pretty much just dump it in here. Do not let it go dry, because if you get dry, you're going to get more air and it's going to start all over or have more problems. So you're going to put it here with the funnel. Leave it in here. Pour it. Put the cap back on, and then same thing, start pumping the brakes. All right, you guys can see I put the new fluid in, and it turned dark just because it mixed with the other one. We do have our clear tube. You need one of these. You're gonna put it on top, and then you're gonna see the fluid coming down, and that's how you know from the dark one to the clear one when you get your new one. So we're gonna do, or try to do, the whole system, and then have it flushed almost clear. So we had to jerry rig it. This one is too small, but we came up with this black one, just the correct size, so it can fit on top of this. Because this one, the end didn't fit, so we had to improvise, and we put the clear tube inside the black one, and the black one goes on top, and that's how we're gonna get our fluid. All right, guys, so yeah, I wouldn't be working on my car if something didn't happen. So we had to go get new bleeder screws, because the ones back here, or this one back here, that one keeps pumping out, every time you try to bleed it, it keeps pumping out oil. So that's the one we've been catching. It already got to the paint. It already, yeah, we gotta repaint the calipers anyway. But yeah, we had to go get a new one of these. And the guy said it's this one. It looks the right size. So we're gonna take that one out and put this one in. Hopefully that fixes the problem. If not, I still hope we don't need a new caliper. All right, guys, so it's actually several days later. You can see what happened to the paint. You can see all that. So that bleeder screw is no good. It's all bad. It didn't hold fluid at all. Every time we pressed the brakes that we were bleeding it, it didn't hold anything. So we actually had to go and order new brake caliper. This is the same from Power Stop, same thing. The only thing is unpainted because it didn't have the painted option and I just couldn't wait too much. We had to go with this, and right now we're actually going to install it. So you guys already seen how to install it. So I'm just gonna put it on and try to re-bleed the brakes. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do. But we got the new one here. Now let's go and put it on.